My name is Dr. Mark Gopin, and I am a professor of conflict resolution. Funny, unusual field where I study conflicts, I study why they're caused, I study how to prevent them, and I think of new ways to reduce conflict and reduce violence in the world. And this is markgopin.com. Welcome to markgopin.com. I want to talk to you today about a funny approach to this conflict issue, because you might think that the best way for people to never come to conflict is to be harmonious and kind and always be agreeable. And it's nice to be that way. It's nice to have harmonious relationships. But the reality of the world is that we're disagreeing about things all the time. And those disagreements are necessary. There are many things in life that you have to disagree with in order for people to figure out what to do. If one person wants to go across the street in the middle of the traffic and they might get themselves killed, you can't just say, "Oh, I want to be agreeable with you, go right ahead." You have to say, "Hey, wait a second, don't go." You have to have a disagreement about something that somebody may want to do that you think is not a good idea, or is maybe crazy, or maybe foolish. And a lot of our politics is about that. People wanting to go headlong into something to do, and other people thinking, "Hey, that's crazy." So the real question of conflict analysis, of preventing bad conflicts, destructive conflicts, is how to disagree. What is the best way to disagree? And that's what I want to start to talk to you about today, is that you can have a style, and a lot of this is about your styles of how you interact with other people, how whole countries interact with each other, how whole cities interact with each other, how do people between races interact with each other, okay? And you can go to a person and they're doing something that you think is crazy, and you can say, and you can think it's hurtful, and you can say to them, "Hey man, you don't know what you're doing. You're destroying everything. You're always like this. You suck. You really just don't know what you're doing. And you're always going to do this because this is the way you've always been." So you're setting yourself up for disaster, because you're looking at that person and you're labeling them and you're saying, "This is the way you are. This is the way you're always going to be." So that's a disagreement that has to lead to really bad conflict, even violence, because the moment he hears that from you, he or she hears that, they're going to say the same thing back about you. And they're going to start making it a personal attack on who you are. We call it your position, your disposition, your personality, your character, your identity. So the fight becomes about your identity. But there's a better way to do that. And that's to say to somebody, "Well, I know that you think this way. I think this way. Here's why I disagree with you. And I welcome the fact that you're going to debate with me on it, but I respectfully disagree. These are the reasons that I disagree, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say in return." Now, you can see that, and you can see that, especially if the tone that you bring to that, and tone is really important too. How you say things is almost as important, maybe sometimes more important, than what you say. So that, for example, if you are in love with somebody and you say to them, "I love you, damn it," or "I love you," instead of saying, "I really love you, I really love you." It's the tone that tells the person whether you're being sincere or not. So not only does disagreeing with somebody require focusing on the issue and the reasons why you disagree, not on the person, it also requires a tone and a look of the face that says, "I'm happy to disagree with you. I look forward to a good debate. And here are the reasons that I disagree with you." And that shows respect, not only from the words that you say, not only from what you disagree with as opposed to who you disagree with, but also the tone that you bring to it. All of those things are critical in making this a successful conflict that can lead to a debate rather than a destructive kind of relationship. Thanks for listening. Now, I want you to think about what experiences you've had with this, of what is the best experience you've had when you had a disagreement and you handled it well, and the conversation went well, and it led to a better relationship between you and the person you were disagreeing with. So please tell me what that is. Write it down as comments on markgopen.com or comments on Facebook, and I'd love to hear from you so that we can build a reservoir of knowledge and wisdom from all of you about how to disagree with people and how to do it well. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.